brainstorming TikToks with one of my friends, if you remember. Don't you worry, I remember all of it. I've got the brain of an elephant, but active recall is not there. Would they start a bar fight?
No, I don't think they would be able to go to a bar.
They're not even allowed in. Is it
No.
Gragas?
No, no, it's not Gragas.
Right. Let's hope.
Thank you.
Luckily, my quote-unquote screen name is literally just my name, but with one extra letter. So,
damn, that's crazy creative. I don't know how you did
yeah,
that.
I know, right? Honestly, it was so difficult to do. You know, I was staring at my name one day, and I was like, "What happens if I add an extra letter?" And then it wasn't taken. So,
like, oh, what?
Yeah, and even if it is taken, I just add casts at the end, and then all of a sudden, oh, it's not taken again.
Oh my god. Creative prodigy.
I know, right? Oh, honestly, you need to like get me on content creator arc or something, because clearly
I think I
have the creative prowess for it.
For sure.
Right, but let's get started. All right, mate. So I kind of want to start with a night that I know me personally, I won't forget because it was like the biggest event for me so far, and that was Sweden NLC after party. I think I know personally I'd had a few ciders by that point. I know you had because we were at the bar together.
Yeah,
but,
maybe a few ciders.
The strobe lights as well. I felt like I was moving through time and space. They were so big, like I was in an Echo Alt trying to find the bar again. But it was such a good night. I mean, a little bit of chaos as well, but I think we actually sat down for a while and talked about stuff like ADHD. I remember that one quite bigly. Content creation. We talked about League, and then we also ended up brainstorming TikToks with one of my friends, if you remember.
I actually cannot remember any of this, so it's good that you are bringing this.
I will bring it all up. Don't you worry. I remember all of it. I've got the brain of an elephant, but active recall is not there. No, but what we kind of glossed over was that career ladder content you came up with, right? But kind of for your first League of Legends champ, and I remember saying like, oh, if you picked it nowadays, would you get flamed in Champ Select? And I remember just laughing with my friend Skilton about all of this thing, right? But now you've gone and made a whole LEC video out of it, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of want to segue on first question nice and quickly. For the record, if you picked your first champ nowadays, would you be flamed?
My first ever main.
Yeah, your first ever main.
No, I wouldn't get flamed.
Ooh, are we?
It's actually like, yeah, it's actually like kind of played right now. I'm seeing it like resurge in popularity. So,
are we gonna have to do?
Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it right now?
Oh, go on then.
Right.
Do you want me to start a 2-minute timer, or should you do?
No, okay, I'll do it. Wait, hold on, 2 minutes.
Okay, I gotta think.
Yeah, all right.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tell you, this is hard unless you start spamming like you know, like instantly like mid lane, top lane, you know.
No,
like
I won't.
All right, okay. Do I just give you a start?
Yeah, go on.
All right, the timer starts now.
Okay, do they wear a mask?
No.
Okay, so it can't be Shen, it can't be any characters like that. Male or no, I can't say male or females. Yes or no questions. That's my bad. In the jungle.
No, it's not in jungle.
Okay, that's different for you. Okay, I'm gonna have to really think now. Ionia?
No.
Demacia?
No.
Oh no. Bot lane?
No.
Okay. Oh. So top lane, mid lane. That's the only two. If this character was in a bar, would they start a bar fight?
No, I don't think they would be able to go to a bar.
They're not even allowed in. Is it Gragas?
No, no, it's not Gragas. But he might have a few like bans there. Yeah.
Sloppy Walrus. No, but okay. So they're not allowed in the bar fight. Are they a pacifist realistically?
No, they are not a pacifist.
Okay, not a pacifist. They wouldn't start a bar fight, so it's like can't be.
No, they can't even go to a bar.
They can't even go to a bar. This is difficult.
Yeah, I know. I'm putting you on the spot.
Can't even go to a bar. They won't be allowed in. Is it Scion?
It's not Cyan.
I don't really want to swear, but I'm not allowed. Yordle?
No, but Yordle sized.
No, but Yordle sized. Can't be Teemo. Can't be Kennen. Wouldn't even be allowed in a bar.
30
Heimer?
seconds. No, it's not Heimer. It's not a Yordle, but Yordle sized.
It's not a Yordle, but Yordle sized. Who's a Yordle, but Yordle sized in top lane?
Oh, I didn't say it's top lane.
Oh, what am I thinking? It's not top lane.
Yeah.
Oh, it has to be mid then.
It's mid.
It could count as a Nivea if you take her egg, but I'm trying to think. Oh, Tristana?
And that is timer. It is not Tristana.
I feel like you can't even tell the camera because I hear it anyway, so you might as well just tell me.
It is Annie.
Oh,
yeah.
There's no way I didn't guess Annie.
It is so hard. Like, when you put like if you don't have like questions prepared, it's like what question.
No, I get what you mean by that. She wouldn't be allowed in a bar now. I was thinking, oh, they'd be too aggressive to go into the bar.
Oh no.
Oh, that was good. But what was mad to me was that was all made up on the spot, right? I know you understand that you kind of quote unquote had the video idea for a while, right?
Yeah.
But it kind of was on a whim in a way.
Yeah, that video, like usually I do have like I kind of prepare for videos. I mean, I've only done like a few IRL videos now. But especially that, I went to the LEC Expo. I had the idea. I had my mic and everything. I'm like, okay, let me just like if some people go like, "Oh my god, Dumbs," I'll just ask them like, "Do you want to be a video? I'm gonna be doing this," and yeah, that's kind of made the video like that. And then I realized very quickly that I need to prepare some questions because it's so hard to just go like male,
Yeah, no, it's difficult. I was stress answering a couple of those when I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
No, I remember the practice runs we did in like the upstairs area in Sweden in the Hova Arena, and it was like even the practice ones were so difficult. I don't understand how that guy does the actual job one so well.
I mean, I guess it's just like he's been doing it for so long. So if the viewers don't know, the video that I made on my main channel is inspired by Career Letter. He's made like hundreds and hundreds of YouTube Shorts, TikToks, Instagram Reels of the same idea, but for jobs, basically.
Would you say that's kind of how your best ideas come to you? Like you don't plan for them; they kind of just chaotically come in a left-handed whim.
No, I would say not. Usually because I usually want. I mean, it depends. Okay, so I want to plan a little bit. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this. But then, like, what I do in that video itself, like, sure, I think maybe actually that does make for a better video when I kind of like have a plan, but not really. Also, not have a plan. I don't know how to really like put it into words.
Just kind of go into the deep end in a little, right?
Yeah.
See what sticks. But I don't know. That's something that I quite connotate the quote unquote Dumbs identity with. It's like you can turn a drunk idea when you're in Sweden into a polished kind of funny piece that lands on like the LEC stage, right?
Yeah.
Such a creative leap, but like your content to me as a viewer, this is like before we actually get into like the full-on questions and like dive a little deeper into that. It like feels not forced in a way, like it's not trying too hard. It's just kind of you in a way. Do you think people kind of connect with that a bit more because it feels like they're actually quote unquote hanging out with you rather than, I don't know, watching a character?
Oh, 100%. Because like even with like any video that I've recently posted, like the people I have there, I've like hanged out before. So it's like way more like natural to also make content with them. Even the like random people I made the guessing video at LEC. I like, hang out. Like I didn't hang out with them, but like I still like had like good talks with them, and like it's not just like I go there like, hello, want to be a video, do it, and then bye bye, it's gone. No, I just kind of want to like actually have some connection with the people I actually make content with.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the League community is quite close with its content creators in a way, because I know from a personal point of view, when we went to it, I was kind of like, I don't really know anyone here, but all of like the content creators kind of knew each other in a way. But I kind of want to keep on this topic of content creation now, right? So you've been kind of creating videos for over a decade now. That's nuts. But I was digging through some of your old stuff, and I found the peanut butter jelly video.
Oh, that's peak. That's actually, I'm still proud of that video to this day. So that was a first video I made when I got my first PC. Before that, every single video was made with a laptop. I got my first like actual computer. I made that, and I was like, oh, this is peak. I can make crazy shit, and I made that video.
What kind of made you, quote unquote, start picking up editing at 14 then, and kind of starting uploading?
Well, I did pick up editing when I was 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been video editing for now 15, 16 years of my life. Well, if we want to go like very deep into the lore, first real inspiration was Freddy W, now Rocket Jump. I don't know, like watching their videos, they basically made like quick action shorts with like a lot of VFX. I was like, oh my god, you can make like Hollywood level stuff for YouTube, and I can make it as well. There's behind the scenes, and they show how to make it. I'm like, oh my god, I want to do it as well, and that's how I kind of got into video editing itself.
I understand around the peanut butter jelly video, but before that, there was COD trick shot tomahawks.
Yeah.
What was the idea about that?
I mean, I just played Call of Duty, and I wanted to be in phase. And you know, I edited video. Like, I mean, okay, so first it was I wanted to be like a funny. I mean, this is actually kind of rolls back to the league, but okay, so first I want to be like a funny Call of Duty content creator, make like funny moments, videos like Vanos or Wildcat and people that made those videos back in the day. And then it kind of later on became like, okay, wait, I can actually edit quite well as well. And then I started making like montages and stuff like that. And then when I started making League videos, I kind of combined those together and made like funny, well-edited videos. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I actually watched your first League video last night. Plat shenanigans, happy hour incoming.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought for a first video, it was so well edited.
I mean, that was actually my first video ever edited with Premiere. I only had edited with After Effects before that. And yeah, that was kind of like a test video, because in that time, I had like phases where I like start a new game. I'm like, okay, I'll make one video of this. Let's see if I become a YouTuber. Didn't work out. Next year, I play CS, make a video, didn't work out. Next year I make a League video, worked out. That video is so dog shit, but the video after that, actually, I'm kind of still remember it was being really good, which was the Maka video, and that was actually the first video that got over 100k views ever.
I feel like these quote unquote League videos kind of have a sense of humor that's, I don't know how to put it into words, but it's just so dumbs in a way, right? But like, I remember when I was younger watching like Chilling Smite or like those quote unquote funny League edit videos.
Wait, whoa, hold up. What do you say? When you back in the day watching Chilling Smite?
Yeah.
Okay, it's been like a, come on, bro. It's like very recent to me. All right. It's funny because sorry, yeah. For example, Chilling Smite, like it's very weird because he was inspired by me. Like we're talking DMs, and he's like, yeah, I started making videos partly because of you. So it's now very weird to be like the guy who inspires other people to also make content.
Yeah, I mean, I say back in the day, right? But I've been playing League since what? I was 13, like season 7. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've been playing League a while.
Yeah, I also started in season 6. Chin login screen.
Oh yeah, literally. I remember like the old Fnatic, seeing them playing like, bro. I first played Draven when I was new to League,
Mm.
and I was so confused. I had no mechanics at all. I couldn't catch an axe, and it was awful.
That's like the worst champion to start League with. Oh my
Yeah.
god. I do remember when I started playing League, like the first few levels, I'm like, wait, but like Kokma's really good at taking turrets, and you know, in top lane you usually play melee. What if I just go Kokma top and just like beat the guys in top lane, get all the turrets, and win the game with that? That was my like early strategies, like the first few levels, just play Kokma top.
So you were originally a ranged top laner.
Like very, I guess yeah, like level 3, 4, I did play Kokma top, like maybe 10 games.
The quote unquote scum of the League of Legends community.
Okay. I don't do it anymore. I don't have a single ranged top lane game in mind.
Reformed. Yeah, now it's just Lilia, Shen jungle.
Yeah. How the times have changed.
Yeah, but I feel like these quote unquote videos early in the days, like the happy hour shenanigans, and then that Maokai video, as I was saying, it's kind of just so dumbs in a way. So how did you kind of just put your voice out there? Because from our understanding, when we were talking in Sweden about stuff like ADHD and stuff like that, I understand that you were very shy when you were like in school and stuff like that.
Yeah. What I mean by like getting my voice out there.
Yeah, like
as in videos, or
yeah, as in videos. Like, how did it feel to put the first one out, and like, how did you know it was your style to go with?
I mean, I didn't know. I kind of experimented with stuff, especially at that point. It was my first League video ever, and I guess putting out videos was like my way to actually, I guess, trying to socialize and like show my stuff to people, because I wouldn't be able to do that at that point, like in real life. It was hard for me to, yeah, socialize and like show my friends or people I knew like my stuff. I didn't want to do that. I was like very scared of doing that. And when people found out, I was so like, it was very awkward for me. But I guess that was just a way for me to like kind of, yeah, just show my skills and show my, oh, I'm a funny guy. Guys, please watch.
You say people were like, you would get scared if people would find it, but like, I guess now it's a completely different feeling, right? I mean, later on, we're going to talk about like the newspaper, stuff like that. But like, kind of, do you ever go back now and just rewatch the videos, or are they a little too painful?
No, I actually, so this happens like maybe a few times a year where I'm just like damn, what were my old videos? And then I like 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. and just watch like all the old catalog of my videos, like from God days to like the early League videos. I actually did like very recent, like 2 weeks ago, with my friends. We were watching like my, well, not like old League videos, but like videos from like 2019, 2021, like where we were fucking around and being like, oh man, this was so much fun. We need to do this again. And that's actually one thing I really want to bring back to League, which is sadly probably hard nowadays, but it's like just having fun with the game. And it's sad that I mean, I'm kind of trying to bring that in a different form with like all the content creators and stuff. But like just, I think the best content I've ever made was when I was playing with my friends and we were having like actually like super fun at like 4 a.m. doing some bullshit, and then it's going like viral.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, I remember before I discovered the wretched place called Solo Queue, that dangerous land that no one should ever go to.
Yeah.
Just 5 stacking, honestly.
Yep.
Just, you know, hopping into a normal draft, picking like Yumi top lane, going old lethal tempo, taking ignite and building full AD. Like, that was the times, man, before you would be automatically banned for going 0 and 10.
I mean, if you're 5 stacking, then you wouldn't, unless the whole enemy team reports your ass.
Honestly, but no, I get what you mean. Like the old content. I mean, a lot of the content I see from you nowadays is like this looks fun. Like the arena tournaments, the what's wrong with this image, and I feel like that's generally something impressive to bring to a game that quote unquote is a little stale with content creator in a way. Because it's like, how do you get explorative and creative in a scene where each game is the same, right?
Yeah, it is very hard, and Riot isn't making it any easier, except now, like, for example, like Arena has been a success. Also, the new Era Mayhem, like, Riot has been trying to do things that actually make the game fun, and there's like multiple possibilities to make content again, for example. Fun content.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask about Around Mayhem. What do you think
of it? Like, what about it?
Yeah, what are the thoughts about it? Any videos soon?
Yeah, so I'm actually been thinking to like Era Mayhem, like with the if nobody has played or someone in the audience hasn't played, it's basically just Era with augments, but it's actually so much fun. It makes the game very like the games are very different from each other, and like what you build and what you're going for. And it's just like I was thinking about making like a proper tournament about it, like get like maybe 4 full 5-stack teams and like let them play for a like prize pool with like bullshit rules and stuff like that. It could be fun. It could be fun.
Yeah, ultimate bravery, Aram Mayhem.
I mean, I wish they could do that. Yeah, if you could, then I would do that.
No, but I generally agree. I feel like it's a little hard to get quote unquote creative in like a stale game, and that's where I think a lot of the people have noticed that your style works, even if it's just like being creative with builds and stuff in the normal game. Like a couple years ago when you get like that Lilia.exe type video or something like that. I feel like that was such a large part of League for so long, and something that you specifically, I mean, thrived off a little, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, deprived?
No, thrived.
Thrived, bro. English.
Yeah. Oh no, like do well off.
UK English. My brain cannot handle. Yeah, I did do like that. That's how I started like the league stuff. I was like all the. Well, I started off actually like my channel started off realizing in patch notes that wait, like they have, for example, with Maokai, the video I talked about before, there was a patch where they like super buffed AP ratios on Maokai. I'm like, wait a second, like, why is nobody talking about this? Like, you can just go full AP Maokai and one-shot people. And that's why the video actually popped off. Like, you could just throw 6 saplings into a brush and it would one-shot the ADC. And I think that kind of content nowadays, I mean, it's just all been done. Plus, especially like what Riot has been doing with League recently, it's like all the builds are very stale. The game is very balanced, but like everything around the gameplay is very stale. But that's just what happens when the game is actually like finally, I feel like, very balanced.
Yeah, I feel like League is in such a balanced state, as you were saying right now. Like nothing's too OP, and like the for fun people are equally getting their chance to like expand into stuff like Aram Mayhem or even like Arena. I love Arena so much, man.
Yeah, Arena is super fun.
If you're not going ultimate bravery on Arena, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't think I've leaked like a champion in bravery since bravery came out.
No, I honestly think like I don't actually play like my choice of champion in Arena ever since it's come out. I like ban no one or I ban Garen. That champion not allowed in my games.
Oh hell yeah. I mean, I just always ban Velvet, even though I don't think Velvet's good in Arena, but I just hate the champion in general.
Oh, I don't blame you. I mean, Belveth used to be really good in Arena. Like, she'd get like
I remember
6 attack speed. It was absolutely disgusting. But like, you just pick ultimate bravery, and then you're given full AD crit Janna, and then what you meant to do, right? But something I would like to kind of segue onto is one of the main kind of talking points I want to go over today. Something that I'm quite close with in a way, and it was kind of how open you were when we were out and about in the midst of drinking, but about ADHD and autism, right?
Yeah.
Neurodivergency in a way. Kind of this industry is a little constant stimulation, if you would.
Yeah.
And someone that's like wired like me and you, it can be a little heavy sometimes. So
Oh yeah.
I would say from a content creator point of view, kind of how did you learn to survive in this industry in a way?
I haven't. That's like the straight answer. I really haven't. I've gotten better at like with, I guess, coping with it. I found ways to like even like make content. Like a lot of my recent videos have like sponsors on them. Like I think every single video this year has had a sponsor on it, but it's I mean, of course, for monetary reasons as well. But the biggest reason is that because there's a deadline and there's like a big money, like, oh, here's money when if you make this ready. It's just a very big motivator for me that, oh, if I don't make this video, I can pay rent. So that's actually how I've actually been able to release videos so often this year and like the earlier years as well. I've realized that for me, it's like very hard to start making a video and very hard to finish a video. But like the in between used to take so long, but I've kind of been able to find a way that if there's like a deadline, like a big guy is saying like, hey, by the way, this video has to be come out on this day, then I lock in and actually can get them out. But also one big thing that has really helped me recently this year especially is that, and this is actually all thanks to my girlfriend for suggesting this, but I've never really had like a break from like content and work in general. Like every single day I would like play games, would be on Twitter, would be maybe doing videos, editing, emails, anything like that. And this year I've actually taken off a full day every single week off PC, and I think that actually has helped me so much with the content and productivity. Just like making myself bored for one day has probably like increased my productivity like 200% just because I took one day off. Even though like before I'm like, oh, I can't take any days off, otherwise I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be behind. But no, it has actually helped a lot having those days off.
Do you think that's something that a lot of upcoming content creators or like current content creators don't necessarily understand that heavily? Like they have to make everything their life work-wise?
Yeah, 100%. Like I would say 90% of creators I've talked to are like that they just never take a day off. They always online. And I am the same, and I was especially the same like last year, but I've tried. I'm basically for like it has kind of become a routine now, but like at the start I was like forcing myself to do this, that okay, not going on PC, not doing anything. And no, now it has really helped. But yeah, a lot of creators I know are just like online 24/7, and it does hurt them mentally for sure that I talk with them. But yeah, taking breaks is very important for sure.
Yeah, I feel like everything becomes a little parasocial in a way if
Yeah.
you just spend, your whole life like working around it. I understand equally it comes from a traditional sense of work as well. Like
Yeah.
some people are workaholics, but equally that can,
Yeah.
I don't know, be applied to this in a way. But do you think that's something that you learn about yourself by taking some time to reflect?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I would say I'm a workaholic. It's weird because I'm not like, oh, I need to do work, but it's kind of like just part of me that I do something. So I guess it can show as a workaholic. So I kind of have to like, force myself to sometimes take the day off of myself, if that makes sense. Like it still feels weird that for even for one day I am on the couch watching a series. Like legit, like last year, I don't think I didn't even have the time to watch a series or a movie like on my off time because I just felt like it's like unnecessary. But now when I have the break, when I have the break day, I can like actually now do things because I let myself to take a break.
I understand you went for a government-funded program, right?
Yeah, I did.
How was that?
I mean, still ongoing, but all the so this people watching this was like a kind of like a autism ADHD. How would I say it? Like is AA meeting? Like, is that the right thing? Yeah,
Yeah,
basically
probably.
just like a support group, like talking with people with similar like issues and stuff with ADHD, autism, and that actually, yeah, it helped a lot. I got a lot of like tips and tricks there, and just like listening to what other people are also going through. And it's like, yeah, there are a lot of people with similar issues, like um, yeah, with just a lot of same issues, and it was really helpful. I've enjoyed that, and I'm still going to uh, like one-on-one meetings still. It's been
Yeah,
very
I
eye-opening.
was gonna say, surely that would have been a bit eye-opening in a way, right? Because I
Hmm.
know from my point of view, I learned that I had ADHD and autism when I was
Hmm.
like 6, 7 years old, not in the brain rot
Oh
way,
damn.
but no, I learned very young,
Hmm.
so I've kind of sunk into all of my quote unquote differences,
Hmm.
but my like hyper focus superpower in a way
Yeah.
other people don't have, right? But I guess that comes into help when you're doing content creation, right? Because I guess you can just sit in front of a screen for like 6 hours just pure editing and not like zone out in a way.
Oh yeah. I mean, for me, like it really shines when it's like, oh, you have 24 hours to make a video. Well, like, the deadline is in 24 hours, and then I
Mm.
lock in for 24 hours in a row editing a video. That's where it shines, but that's also really unhealthy. So I've tried to schedule my work better, but it's still like, that's, I think, the hardest thing, that I still cannot schedule my days to the point where it's like healthy working. Like, I still, for example, last video, the guessing video at LEC, like I did work from 10 a.m. to 6 a.m. editing that video still.
Oof.
Like, yeah, there there are still problems, especially with scheduling, and it's really hard to get it to work. But it's better than what I did have before, which was like fucking 30-hour editing grinds. Like, that was so unhealthy. I think I actually, like, I'm minus 1-2 years of my life because of that.
Yeah, that's rough. I like 6 Red Bulls on your desk at the same
Yeah,
time, and
yeah.
it's like not taking a break. I mean,
No.
ADHD caffeine makes me sleepy, so I can't have it anyway.
Yeah.
um, would you say learning about yourself this way has kind of unlocked a different level of creativity in a way, so you know, like what kind of aspects you can more reach into?
Mm. For sure. I feel like nowadays I can like prioritize things differently. Like, if I compare myself to 2 years ago, like nowadays I can be like, I actually know, like, not just financially, but like content wise, like, okay, I like, this is okay, I have to, I can't stream this week, but I'll get this video out, which will be the content that I have. But like, let's say a year ago, it was like, okay, like, I kind of have to stream and get this video out, so I'll do both, and then kill myself, doing that. And
Mm.
yeah, I think like being more healthy with the work that I have has really helped with like prioritize things and still make good content.
Yeah, I feel like it's a superpower, but at the
Hmm.
same time, it's a hindrance. It's like a double-edged
Oh yeah,
sword.
yeah.
Like you get hyper focus,
Hmm.
but like then you get too locked in and it makes
Yeah,
it worse. And then suddenly it's 6 in the morning, and then
yeah,
like you've been actually editing for like 12 hours and your
yeah,
brain just doesn't do anything, right? I mean, I
yeah.
forget to eat when I'm too locked in
Oh
sometimes.
yeah. I That's actually was a really big issue for me, that I just forgot to eat, forgot to drink water. That's why now I
Mm.
have a 2-liter water
Hey, we're
bottle.
matching.
Way! Oh my god. Mm. Actually, a big issue I had was that I didn't drink enough water because I just forgot. Like, wait, it's 11 p.m. I haven't drank water today. What the hell? I feel dizzy. How could that be?
Yeah, you get out of your chair and suddenly you get like low iron and all of that.
Yeah.
I know way too well, man. But no,
Mhm.
the water bottle, I'm the exact same as I would forget to like eat, I forget to like drink,
Mhm.
and then
Mhm.
suddenly it's like 1 a.m. and I'd like fill my stomach and it's like,
Mm.
whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that was a big problem that I would have the same and then make food and then that would actually like I gained weight because of that I would like eat once and it's like 11 p.m. But now
Mm,
it's better because I live with my girlfriend and it kind of forces me to make food at a good time. So because she fucking dies if I don't make her food. So
that's
it
true.
has helped with that so that I can also then eat well and at good times.
No, I understand what you mean by bad timings when it comes to
Yeah.
eating because I remember I used to be on medication for
Mhm.
ADHD and that was something called Medicanet and it
Mhm.
would like make my hyperfocus
Mhm.
crazy good.
Yeah.
Like it would make my appetite go all the way to my head and I could
Mhm.
only focus when I was in school. But
Mhm.
like I would go from eating at like 6 in the morning to not
Mhm.
eating until like 1 in the morning.
Mhm.
Nothing, and it was
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah. I did have the same problem with my other medication that you just don't feel hungry at all, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
what the hell?
I feel like having someone kind of nagging at you in a way, or like
Mhm.
a responsibility, kind of brings passion back in a way. But I kind of
Mm.
want to segue onto passion in a little bit.
Mm.
Like, I understand from a content creator purpose, you said you took your day off. That kind of reignites your passion in a way.
Mhm.
But like, when you lose your spark, how do you kind of pull yourself out?
Hard question. Very hard question because I did have that time in my YouTube career where I didn't upload for a full year, and
Mm.
that actually kind of made my community and just like parts of League community also like memeing about it. Dumbs hasn't made a video like because there was a big meme that Dumbs uploads like once a year, but I
Yep, I
didn't
remember
upload like
that.
I did upload like 10 times a year, but like that year I did actually not upload a single time. This was 2021,
Mhm.
no 2022 I think when I didn't upload a single time. And I mean there's a lot of like personal stuff happening like family death and just other personal stuff that really hindered with that. Um, I don't know. Like for me, um, it was well, it wasn't easiest, very wrong word, but because content creation has always been my passion. And like when I was 10 years old, I was like, oh my god, I want to be a content creator. And this was at a time when it's like cringe if you like want to make YouTube videos. Like
Mm.
you were 10 and people found your YouTube videos like, no, don't watch them. They're cringe, you know. And nowadays it's like completely different. Now it's like I think top one job for kids and stuff like that. So
Mm.
but when I had the time period, I just one day I was like, okay, time to lock in and actually do the thing I love again. And then it took me a while. Like it took like over a year to kind of get like back to some sort of good audience. And like, I mean, the audience is still there, but like the point where it's like, okay, I can do this as my job and as my passion. But yeah, it's hard. Like the break thing, I wish I would have had that before, and I wish and I do think like if somebody watching is a content creator or somebody who likes to make content, taking breaks is very good for your mental.
Yeah, I understand the grind can be kind of like romanticized in a way
Mhm.
sometimes. Like
Yeah,
if you're not doing it every day, all
yeah.
day, you're not gonna blow up. You need that key
Mhm.
viral moment to actually put yourself on the map in a way.
Mhm.
But like, did you ever have a moment where the content creation became more of like a job to be get done instead of like rather than something you loved?
Um, yeah, I guess the few videos before I completely burned out, I didn't make videos for a year. I would say at that time it did. I wouldn't say a job, but it still felt like a thing. Like, okay, well, I have to do this. It still didn't. I don't think this has never really felt like a job to me. It's kind of, it genuinely feels like this is just who I am. It has never felt like a job necessarily, and I guess that's like a big up I have on some other content creators, because they might be doing this like for money. They might be doing this for other reasons. But for me, this like I've always wanted to create stuff, like whether it be videos, art stuff, anything like that. But I don't know. It's like for me, like if I don't do YouTube, I'd be doing something other creative stuff. But right now, like YouTube is such a good way to like put my stuff out there.
Yeah, putting your stuff out there, putting yourself on the map. I kind of want to move on to, how does that recognition feel? From like shy kids to when I was with you in the after party and
Yeah.
people asking me to take photos of you
Yeah.
and them. How does that difference feel? Because I know from my point of view, when I first got recognized, it felt really, really weird.
I actually like it. It doesn't really feel like anything crazy to me or like weird if people recognize me. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I guess it's just kind of cool in a way, but it's also because I'm still kind of like incognito. Like people don't know who I am, and like if I take off my glasses, nobody knows who I am. So it's, I guess, kind of just like I. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. It just doesn't feel like really weird to me at all.
Your family newspaper. What's the story behind that?
Oh, the newspaper? Yeah, so it's kind of, I don't know if it's like, if it's ego or something, but I genuinely just contacted the newspaper and asked them, "Yo, I have a YouTube channel. Do you want to make a article of me?" And they were like, "Yes."
I thought it was the other way around.
So that's actually, I guess that's how it's just been like that's how my parents raised me, is that I should just try things out. Like I guess that's also why like my YouTube stuff is going so well, that I'm just like contacting fucking Faker. I have emailed Faker to be in my video and stuff like I just try the most random shit, like, okay, yeah, let me contact Faker, let me contact Casual, let me contact this newspaper. That I just try 1 million things, and when one thing sticks out, and it's like cool in a way as well. And that newspaper was one of them. It was a very funny article as well to do.
Yeah, I got completely baited. I was like,
Yeah,
the
no,
newspaper reached out
bro,
to him.
nobody fucking knows who I am. Hey, I gotta be my own promo.
Oh, completely baited. I was like, no, they reached out to him. His gran was really, really proud of him for being in the newspaper.
She was. She was like, oh my god, there's a very good article there. The whole thing.
It's all fake. It's all a lie.
It's not fake. It's there. It's in my drawer there. I haven't even put it in the wall.
No, but that newspaper, that kind of people meeting you, does that have the same feeling like, holy, this is kind of my world now, in a way?
It's really hard to like. I guess it's like I have two different I mean, I do have the two different personalities, like even lives in a way. Like if I take off the glasses, I'm just, the guy living here in my city doing random shit. Nobody knows who I am. And then I have the Dumbs branding that a lot of people know. And I think it's just, it is more cool than weird. And yeah, it's just really hard to say. I don't really have like damn, this is my world now. But it's just, yeah, it's just kind of cool. I don't really know how to put it otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a level of humbleness because I think some of the stuff you're doing is absolutely insane. And I would
Same.
be like, if I was in your boat, I'd be like, wow, because I'm going to list off some of the things you've done. G2, NLC,
Yeah.
LEC, like, that's surreal in a way,
Y-
no?
Yeah, and also Worlds in
You're
China.
also worlds.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Worlds in China. That's gonna be interesting for sure.
Mm,
But yeah, I have a very weird like I've talked like about this with my friends, but like I feel like just like random stuff just happens to me. But I guess I work for it as well, and I don't
mm,
know, maybe good karma is real and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, if you list now like things I've done, there's a lot of things I've done. Like if we talk about like for example my YouTube, I've done an animation series, which is weird for League of Legends channel. I've done now like the tournaments, live videos, meme touches, whatever. Yeah, the list goes on. And it's very weird to think about now. I've done quite a lot of things and not stopping anytime soon.
mm. I want to kind of go full circle back to
Mm,
NLC because
yeah,
I remember setting up that co-streaming booth for you when you were like, I
yeah,
want to get someone else on. What
yeah.
can you do? How can you help me? I got that stuff sorted. How did that feel? Because you're sat in front of thousands of
Hmm.
people. Equally, you've got thousands of them watching you, and the
Yeah,
game is literally on your right.
yeah. So that's what I'm kind of proud of right now in my life is that thing would have killed me 2 years ago. Like if I was in that situation, I would be like, as I was saying, like I used to be a very shy guy, and like things like these really, um, these were scary things. Like
Mm,
if you asked me like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, that hey, can you do this? I would be like, no. I would think about this like, oh, this is gonna be like, I gotta be in front of 1,000 people and stuff like that. It was scary, and there's actually, I mean, I'm gonna say this in 2021. I was at LA. This was my first event ever, by the way. I got flown to LA out of all places, and I got to play with Baus and other people in a charity tournament, and we won that
mm.
tournament. And because I was the team captain, also like what the fuck, I'm a team captain for Baus.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Pro fell off in 2021. I don't know, but um, we got on the stage and they were doing interviews. I froze. This was live,
Mm,
by the way, for like 200K or 300K people. Before it was like a arcade event, and they were just like asking me questions like Mike, like this, like how do you feel about winning? And they're like, and they're like, next guy. That was horrible. But nowadays, like I didn't know I was gonna be on stage like co-streaming NLC and stuff like that. And that's when I kind of realized when they were like, "Oh yeah, you're on stage, co-streaming this, like right next to you, all the players are there," and I didn't feel scared. I was like, "Damn, like this is like kind of cool that I don't
mm.
really feel like stress or anything like this when I do a huge thing like this. When like years ago I would be like actually shitting my pants."
Have you ever had, like years ago, for
Mhm,
instance, have you ever had imposter syndrome about stuff like this? So I feel like in a content creator region,
mhm.
you might be more inclined to have something like that.
Yeah, for sure. I did have the imposter syndrome. I feel like I do from time to time have that. For example, especially back then, I was like, yeah, why am I a content creator? I cannot even talk in business calls with sponsors or stuff like that. Like, I can't be at events and stuff like that. I did
Mm,
really feel that back in the day, for sure. Like, it it was weird for me because like I kind of just want to make content. Like I want to make the videos, and then that was it. And then I'm like, wait a second, there's like more to this than just making the videos. But nowadays, don't really feel that unless like a little bit. I did have a time this year, especially where I was like talking about like I was making Yap videos for my second channel, talking about like Riot incidents, their updates and stuff like that. It was kind of like, okay, I'm the funny guy. Why am I talking about like very important, like crucial things and kind of shitting on Riot when I'm supposed to be making funny content? I guess in those situations, I also get like, okay, what am I doing? You know. But not really. I'm not really getting the imposter syndrome anymore when it comes to content creation, like that way. That why am I a content creator?
I feel like that's a pretty big milestone to have, though. Like you're not necessarily having it as much anymore, or like even at all. Like
Yeah.
that's another level of self-confidence coming in.
Yeah.
Like you previous years may have not been too comfortable with, but something that I see a lot of people kind of get a bit stumped with is without this progression of confidence through the years, kind of what did the name Dumbs mean to you back then when you were standing on that stage, and kind of what does it mean to you now?
Back then, it was really like the name Dumbs. It wasn't really even like me at that point. I feel like I didn't really have the branding like myself as a human. It was just like my videos. But nowadays, the name Dumbs is more about like me as a content creator, and I mean, of course, about my content as well. But it's more about me as a person, I would say, like how I am in the videos, and for example, being the Lilia guy. That's also kind of part of it. But yeah, I would say it's like more about the me now than my videos.
Can't forget the Yunara guy as well. We saw the
Yunara
cosplay.
guy.
We saw the cosplay.
Okay, yeah, true.
The purple hair.
Yeah, my girlfriend did that hair. It looks so dog shit, and then she did the hair. I was like, okay, it's not the dog shit anymore.
But I remember seeing a tweet from you going kind of linking back to self-confidence. What does the name Dumbs mean? And then like imposter syndrome, kind of linking them all into one in a way. And you said something like, I finally feel like I've made it. And that hit me a little deep, because I feel like with content creators and people like that, you don't necessarily see them talk and be that honest about self-confidence. So like, what was going on at that time? Kind of like what made it finally click for you to realize like, oh, I've actually made it?
I mean, it comes back to the NLC, and actually the thing I was already talking about, that they were telling me that, oh yeah, you're gonna be on stage and doing this, and when I didn't feel like my body go tense and start tingling and physically hurting when I hear those things, that, oh yeah, you're gonna be in front of like thousands of people, then I'm like, damn, I've kind of grown enough as a person to actually like do this thing that I love without being scared. Like that was a big part that I like. I've been a content creator for years, and I had been for years. Like I started in 2017 until like 2021. I was scared to do like parts of the content creation like outside of videos, and I think that was a big milestone for me to realize that, damn, now I can like actually pretty much do anything. Like there's no limit what I can do without like feeling bad, or can do.
Yeah, I honestly love that. Shows that like that confidence from 2021 is like expanded in a way, and it's kind of on like a linear pathway towards stuff. I mean, like the NLC and stuff like that would help. I mean, especially that seat that you had was absolutely nuts. But I want to talk about earlier when we talked about like that kind of parasocial aspect of stuff, and then I want to get into the good side of it as well. But
Okay.
I know ADHD from personal experience can be very lonely sometimes. You can have so many people around you but still feel lonely. You can have people that can like say they love you and stuff like that, but still like you have a aspect of not feeling like you've done something. So kind of being a content creator is a bit weird. How does that link together for you in a way?
I think that part of me is kind of interesting because I don't like I do have like content creator friends, for example, or viewers I interact. But I think for me it feels like very healthy that I'm not like forcing friendships or like forcing anything like that. I feel like everything I do kind of comes out like naturally. Like I would say like who's a good example, Kesha, for example, that we do things together, we fly the things together, and I think we're like good friends in that way, but like we don't do anything outside of like content, and I think that keeps it in a way healthy as well. And I don't know, like I really feel like I don't it's very rare, but I don't like kind of also play into the parasocial stuff in a way, if that makes sense. I know like streamers especially can kind of go into the very like parasocial stuff, especially with viewers and stuff. And yeah, I think that can be like mentally very hard for a lot of people. But that's the thing that I don't really struggle with, especially me. Yeah, but I do struggle with something like fidgeting. I have these in my hands like all the time. This on my like table. I've been the whole interview doing this.
Yeah.
Under here. That's something I have. But yeah, the hello, I forgot the word. What's the word? I already forgot the word.
Like
that's also
parasocial.
Parasocial, yeah. That I really haven't had like any struggles with, I think.
And I know what you mean by forgetting stuff though. Like when you go into a room and like, have I got everything? And then like you've left your phone in the room and then you leave and you're like, my phone. What? And then you get back in the room. What was I meant to get? Like, oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah, it is so annoying. I when I like usually on my break days, I don't take my meds, and it's so bad. Like I forget everything basically on that day, but it just feels so good to like kind of just chill. But yeah, like one bad thing about especially my ADHD is that I forget a lot of things, and that's actually what I talk a lot about at the government funded thing. That like that I have I mean I can't show you right now because that's personal stuff, but there's a big ass whiteboard here that I have written like stuff like pick up post at this time, you know, do this TikTok, send this guy a message, oh dentist at this time, you know, like just a bunch of things that I would just forget. Like if I didn't have them like physically in a big ass whiteboard.
That's kind of what I do actually. We're quite similar in that way, but I don't have a whiteboard. I have my own Discord server, which I use. I mean, it's a bit cringe, right? But like,
no, I also have one. Also have one.
I have it labeled as like important, and I have like haircut, general, D&D, and I just write everything in there. So I just go back in there and check it, and it's like, because for some reason I have like a coping thing where I think like in my head, oh, I won't forget.
Same.
And then it comes to it, and I'm like, oh, I've forgotten. And my mum's like, oh, but you always do this, and I get really defensive. I'm like, no, I remember everything. Thank you. And I do it every time.
I like, for me, the whiteboard is really good because if I would have a Discord channel with like everything important, I would just forget to check the Discord channel. I forget that, oh yeah, it's a thing. But now when I walk into my office, it's just like flashbang, there's a whiteboard and there's all the things you have to remember. But honestly, I do sometimes also like forget its like physical appearance as well. I just walk into my room and just like, whoop, there's no whiteboard. Go to my chair.
Just like but completely glance.
Yeah, complete. But like, it has helped a lot to remember things that I just sometimes turn out like, oh yeah, wait, I have a dentist tomorrow. Shit.
I kind of want to talk about the upsides of neurodivergency in a way, because I know personally it's helped me a lot understand myself, and it's given me benefits. But like, what are some gifts that you've noticed like that have helped you with content creation?
I mean, for sure, like the hyper focusing on stuff. Like if I'm really into something, then I'm like really into something. And content creation itself is something for me that I'm like really into. And especially like when I started making like League of Legends content, I would just like do nothing else except play League, make content, play League, make content, play League, make content, and that really helped to like kick off the channel that way. I mean, what else? I mean, I guess also, you know, working long hours when I need to. I guess that's unhealthy, but it's technically a superpower in that way. It's a lot of cons to
Yeah.
being ADHD, but yeah, those are, I think, one of the bigger ones that really helped me to start my channel. That I just could hyper focus on this thing for a very long time, and then it like kickstart my channel and stuff.
It's really nice when you learn about why you act the way you do, because as you said, talking to other people and like learning that, oh, that's why I do that type of moment is like brings you a little bit of closure in a way. But moving on to closure, when you look back on your career as like a whole, as like this brand, this Dumbs character, right, in a way, trick shots, peanut butter jelly, right, the late nights, the flights to stuff like LEC, and then the stages, kind of, what are you most grateful for in a way?
That I guess I'm the most grateful for that I never stopped trying, I think, because I do remember because content creation has always been like from a very young age, like 10 years old, I want to be a content creator, and I just not giving up with content creation. I think that's the biggest thing I'm like grateful for. For example, like I made YouTube videos for like what 7 years before actually like getting a big video, and then I made videos for like 4 years. Then I took a 1 year break, and when I took that 1 year break afterwards, like I just was like I didn't get the same views as before. I was like, okay, but I still want to do this. I still want to make people laugh and make the content and just experimenting with stuff and just make the things you like. I am grateful for not giving up and trying until I find something that works.
Yeah. Kind of. I was gonna ask the question, but it got kind of answered in that. Yeah, but like it's really nice that seeing the backbone of how content creators actually want to make people feel is like, I want to make people laugh. I want to put out content where people can like sit down, relax, like kind of escape from problems in a little bit.
Yeah.
But I want to go onto a closer for this whole thing, and it's Freddie knows this, Mr. Producer. Everyone knows this that's been on here before, but it's the typical Evan question, right? Towards the end. And it is, if your whole career was turned into a documentary, what would one moment that has to be in there be?
Wow, this is very personal. Okay. I don't know how much in depth I can go with this without like going too personal, but it was actually my when I had the 1 year break, my grandpa also died during that break, and he was a doctor and everything, and so he always wanted me to have like a healthy life and want to fix all the things. I was also at that time still undiagnosed with ADHD, and I had actually the wrong diagnosis on hypersomnia. So when that happened, I was like a few months afterwards, I was like, okay, I'm like kind of for him, I have to lock in and like get my life together and like get healthy and figure out like what's basically going on with my life. And now 3 years later, I've kind of uncovered everything, thanks to him and him trying to like get my life together, because I couldn't at that time. I was really I was like, why are you trying to like, you know, I sleep badly, why do you like, why are you worrying about it? But now I realize like, damn, that all that like I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to sleep like dog shit for years and years. So yeah, I think that part would be part of the documentary.
Kind of the reason why you did it, right? Open up the engine, look at all the parts inside in a way.
Yeah.
But thank you for being so honest with me today.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks for coming on. It's honestly been a bit unreal to watch you from like the early EXE days come up to like co-streaming NLC, like standing on those stages, kind of making people laugh in a way. And I don't know, feeling seen. I think you've built something so uniquely you, Dumbs, in a way, and that's rare, especially in the league scenes. People sometimes get stuck in niches, but thank you so much for coming on today. And
hey, no worries. Thank you for inviting me.
Maybe you're very much welcome. Maybe we'll see you again some other time. But thank you
Maybe
very
this
much
was really
for coming
fun.
on, Mr. Dumbs.
Hey, no worries. Thank you so much.